Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Real Spiritual Clarity. My name is Richard, and let's get started. Please listen, love, and forgive. We're going to be using the Gilded Tarot. We're going to be using the Simplistic Mystic Love Oracle. We're going to be using some of these Burning Heart Love Oracles to see what Divine Masculine would say to Divine Feminine if he had her in front of him. And we're going to end with some of these Angel Answers, see what Spirit is going to say about this journey that we're on right now. And hope everybody's doing well this evening. And thank you, Spirit, for clear and concise messages. Thank you for letting us see, hear, and feel the things we need to in this reading. And our first Gilded Tarot is, wow, Two of Cups. Well, looks like somebody is in love, love, love. You know, like when they first came to meet you, or when they first met you, I should say, they knew you were a nice person. They liked, how you looked. They liked the conversation. But as time has gone on, they have grown into full-blown obsessive love for you. There's no other person that they love as much as they love you. They saw all of the parts of you that they had ticked off their boxes. And they said, you know what? She's the one for me. Okay? This is love, true love. And I could see where there is like a light between the two of them. So you guys are actually connected telepathically in your dreams. You know, there's a constant connection between the two of you. And Divine Masculine, that's what scares him the most. He's like, I never felt like this before. I don't know what this is, and he's afraid. He has, what do you call it? He has, fear of commitment. Okay. And he doesn't know what he's going to do, but he knows within his heart, he's never loved anybody like he loves you. Okay? Two of Cups. Beautiful. So he's working on that vulnerability, so that he can come in and he can pledge his love to his Divine Feminine the way that he truly wants to. He's fighting that fear of commitment because he wants to commit to her totally. Okay. The next card out is Divine Feminine herself, Queen of Pentacles. So he wants to give you an offer. And, as you can see behind her, there's this peacock. So some of these Divine Masculines could have had a lot of pride and ego. But since they've been separated from you, they've become a lot more humble. They know that they can't come in, cocky, with all that pride and ego, like they're running the show. Because they know that you are worth a lot, a whole lot. And they know you have other people that are interested in you. So therefore, if they don't come the right way, you're just going to turn from them and go to the other people. Okay, and they don't want that to happen. They're working really, really hard to figure out how can I come into Divine Feminine and give her, a beautiful offer that she's going to actually accept. Okay, that was the Queen of Pentacles. And now the next Gilded Tarot is Spirit. Cards are all over the place. He has a lot to say. Whoops. The next one just flew out. The next card out is the Five of Wands. I've heard this card being said that some people think they're being taught how to fight. And in this case, Divine Masculine, he's fighting with himself. He's fighting out of that eight of swords prison that he's in, that mental prison, because he knows that his heart is telling him, I want to go with her. His head is telling him, run the other way. So he's at this point where he's like, and it's funny because in this, it looks like I see two butterflies, and I also see two squirrels. So I never noticed that in this Five of Wands before. And these guys don't have swords, they have wands. And they're not even actually pointing them towards each other. They're like pointing them as if they're just like moving around with them. They're learning how to, divine masculine's actually learning how to come to, how to communicate his love to divine feminine. And this is something that he never had to do before. He used to just, go hang out with people and then leave. But at this point, because I see these two butterflies, he wants to really transform himself to the loving, caring, honest, truthful person that he truly is within himself. And he wants to turn away from that Seven of Swords kind of person. Okay? Which is like, deceitful and, really, not being so truthful, being like, a sly guy, I'm going to tell her anything and I'll walk over here. He doesn't feel like that about divine feminine. The other, I just saw 555. That means that change is coming. Change is very important. But like I said, with this Five of Wands, he's learning himself how to come back and build that relationship with his divine feminine, how to become vulnerable, how to break out of that mental prison that he's in, to let her know that he truly loves her and truly cares for her and truly wants her back into his life. Okay, that was the Gilded Tarot. Let me see. I think I'm going to get one more of these Gilded Tarot and then I'm going to continue with the reading. The next Gilded Tarot is, thank you, Spirit. And there it is. Yep, Nine of Wands. Because he doesn't want to be the wounded warrior anymore. He wants to be the warrior that comes in and wins the battle. And I always like this Nine of Wands depiction, because he has those 8 pentacles behind him that he's going to use to bring that communication to divine feminine. And he has that he has those 8 wands behind him that he's going to use to communicate with her and to bring her the information that he wants to give to her. And he has that one wand in his hands for that passion that he has for her, that love, that obsession, that he's never felt like that before about anyone, but he truly feels like that about her. Okay? And that was the Gilded Tarot. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Please watch the full video because there's messages throughout. And please take what resonates, but leave the rest. And now we're going to be using some of these simplistic mystic love oracles. Let's see what Spirit has for us with this. The first simplistic mystic love oracle is, wow. Divine Masculine knows that he is your soulmate. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because like I said, he encountered a lot of different people before this. And none of them made him feel quite like you do. Okay? He knows that you're his twin flame. This is a soul contract. It's a soul connection. And he knows that it's some type of past life also. Because there's no way that he could feel this way about somebody unless he has lived multiple lives with them before. Okay? So he knows at this point that divine feminine is his true soulmate, his divine connection. And this is what he's working his way back to. And the next simplistic love oracle is, this is something that he must be doing with some of those other people who have been in his ear telling him don't go to divine feminine. He's breaking up from them. He's walking away, he's ending, and he's telling them it's over. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of you trying to encroach into my life. He said, I'm following my own intuition and I'm going to code to her and I'm going to communicate and I'm going to be the loving, caring, honest, truthful person I want to be for myself as well as for her. Okay? I tried to deal with you guys for all that time, and as time is going on, I've seen that you guys haven't been my friends. You haven't been loyal to me. But divine feminine, she's been totally loyal to me. So I'm going to separate myself from you guys and I'm going to go to her and I'm going to live a beautiful life with her. Okay? So he's breaking up. He's separating himself from the things that no longer serve him. Okay? And the next simplistic mystic, that one just flipped right over. Unfortunately, some of these people were friends. Okay? He thought they were friends. Okay? But they ended up being just acquaintances. Okay? He thought he could trust them, and he thought that they were loyal to him. But he found out that a lot of them, they weren't trustworthy and they're not loyal to him. He knows the only trustworthy and loyal person that's around him and for him is divine feminine. So he's changing the game with these friends. He's like, you know what? Either you're for me or against me. And if you're against me, I'm going to go the other way and leave you guys over there. Okay? So he thought they were his friends, but they're not. He thought they were loyal and trustworthy, but they weren't. But he knows that divine feminine is loyal and trustworthy, and that is the person he wants to be with, and that's the person he's going to go and express himself to. And the final love oracle simplistic mystic is, there it is. Yep. Because you know what? He's healing. He's going through a lot of healing. He could have been working on his inner child wounds, childhood wounding, just different things in his life. Stop being a people pleaser, start following his own intuition, and stop listening to others who don't really serve him. But he's working on all those wounds, and he's improving. He wants to come in and mend this relationship with divine feminine. He wants to go forward in that progress with her. Okay. And on this healing card, I see crystals and I see candles. So it could be that somehow in your journey you're dealing with crystals, or you may feel like you're led to deal with crystals, or you may be working with candles, to help manifest what you want in your life. Okay. But right now, divine masculine is going through that healing. He's going through that ascension. Okay, that spiritual awakening. And that is what's really driving him to make his way back to his divine feminine. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Now we're going to be looking at some of these burning heart love oracles to see what divine masculine would say to divine feminine if she was right in front of him. Okay. And thank you, Spirit, for letting us know the conversation that divine masculine wants to have with divine feminine if he had her right in front of him. The first card out is, I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. So you have a lot of these divine masculines that are coming in with apologies. They're going to explain why it took them so long to come back, why it took them so long to communicate again. What was holding them up? What were they doing in that separation? Because they want divine feminine to really give them that second chance. Help them to break out of that mental prison that they're in, to come in and be the loving, caring, honest, trusting person that they're meant to be for her as well as for themselves. So you'll see an apology coming in. And the forgiveness is very important. Some of these divine feminines will forgive them, some won't. But I always say, forgiveness is not just for you giving it to someone. Sometimes that forgiveness is for yourself, because you have to forgive someone in your heart, whether you take them back or not. Because that forgiveness is going to benefit you in the long run. Okay? It will benefit them because they'll be like, thank you, I'm happy now, I can kind of go on. But with you, it's going to benefit you because you won't have that in your mind anymore. You'll be peaceful with it now. Okay? And the next burning heart love oracle is, I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. Yeah, this is the people that he's breaking up with. Yeah, because you know what? He was listening to all these other people, and he was not following his own intuition, and these people kind of dug the hole for him. And now he has to scratch his way out of it. But he's going to. He's scrapping right now, but he's digging his way out of that hole that he made for himself. And the next burning heart love oracle card is, thank you, Spirit. This one card, Spirit. And there it is. I'm ready for commitment. They're working on it. This is what they're doing right now. They're healing. They're bringing themselves. They know that you're their soulmate, and they're ready to ask for your forgiveness and apologize, because they are going to stop listening to these people manipulating them and causing them to ghost you, because they want a commitment with divine feminine, a full-fledged commitment. Even though they're afraid of commitment, They're working themselves through that. They're healing through that, so they can come in and get the thing that they truly want for divine feminine, as well as they want for themselves, which is that healing and that commitment, okay, of love. And the next burning heart love oracle is, thank you, Spirit. And there it is. You tame my demons. So you know what this is like, the strength card. You know, you actually put your hand, like your proverbial hand, in his mouth, like you put the woman puts the hand in her hand in the lion's mouth, and she actually tames it. You know, he feels so peaceful and so secure when he's around divine feminine. When he's around these other people that he's breaking up from, he's all over the place. The emotions are flying. He's angry. He's not happy because he's not where he wants to be. He doesn't want to be in these karmic situations anymore. He wants to be with the person that he loves, and that person is his divine feminine. Okay? So you're taming his demons for him, helping him to tame them. Okay? And the next burning heart love oracle card is, thank you, Spirit. Just one card. All right. And there it is. I have been working on myself. Yeah, he has. That's that healing. Because you know what? He's ready to come back. He's ready to answer. He's ready to apologize. He's ready to accept that Two of Cups that he know he's always wanted anyway, but he tried to run away from. But at this point, he's not running anymore. He's going to run into divine feminine's arms instead of running away from them. Okay? And that was the burning heart love oracle. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. Now we're going to be using some of these angel answer cards to see what Spirit has for us in the journey. And I'm going to give you my intuitive hit, and then I'm going to read what the book says, and then we're going to close out the reading. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us some insight as to how you feel that this journey should be going with divine feminine and divine masculine. The first card out is, it's saying not the right time. So you know what? He's still in the process of healing. Okay. So this is that divine timing, you know. But when they say not the right time, it could be that it's going to happen in a week. Could be that it's going to happen in a month. Could be that it's going to happen in 2 months. But I don't feel like it's going to be much longer than that. I remember on the last reading, it actually said it's going to happen in 2 weeks. It said a week to 2 weeks. So I feel like it's going to be a week to about 2 months. It depends, because everybody's on different journeys. But not it says not the right time, but this is divine timing. The Spirit wants you to come back healed, both of you to come back healed, so that the relationship will last. Okay? And the next angel answer is, there it is. It says, within the next few months. I told you it's going to be a week to 2 months. Yeah. Spirit is bringing these things back together. Okay? Because they're meant to be. They're divinely guided. And the final angel answer card is, thank you, Spirit. These are all over the place. I just want one card, Spirit. And there it is. It says trust. So each divine counterpart has to have faith and trust in this journey. Trust that Spirit is all in this, and that they're leading you guys to come back together healed, and to have a trusting, honest, loving, caring relationship. Okay. So the first one is not the right time. And let's see what it says. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment so you know when I'm on here. And it says not the right time. It says this is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. This answer is not a no, just a not yet. Okay? Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. Okay? So we know that it's in the process. It's like the cake that goes in the oven. If you don't give it that 350 for 1 hour and you try to take it out in that half an hour, it's not going to be done. Okay? And it says within the next 2 months. It's the next card. Within the next few months, which it seems two to me. In the next few months, what you are asking about will occur. Divine timing means that other people's free will choices are also involved. So keep the faith, that's that trust, while all of the pieces of the puzzle come together and the situation resolves itself beautifully. Okay? So these things are cooking right now. Spirit is in the process of cooking these things to perfection. Okay? And the final card is trust. It says this is the time for trust. Sometimes there's no yes or no to a question. There's no yes or no to a question. There are situations where we are better served by not knowing what is to come so that the miracle can unfold before our very eyes. Like children opening up a gift, part of the magic of our lives is found in the joy of surprise. Trust that your angels have something amazing in store for you, even if they can't quite tell you yet what it is. Okay? So like I said, these things are coming, and I know that not the right time, divine timing is a little hard to take sometimes. But you know what? Spirit knows best. And Spirit would never lead us astray, because it knows that we want to be the cake that comes out of the oven fully baked, then instead of being that cake that comes out and it's not ready yet. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank Spirit for letting us see, hear, and feel the things we need to in this reading. When you guys have these heart-to-heart conversations, please listen intently, please love unconditionally, and please forgive. I love all you guys. Have a great day.